How's it going, YouTube? Oxy here, and welcome back. So, I promised the thumbnail was real. Just had to move some stuff so we could see each other. But yes, this is my ultimate unboxing of Masters of the Universe. I'm not exaggerating when I have well over 20 figures here. And with all the stuff all together, it's a really great thing. And yeah, I recently got back into it. Admittedly, I was, growing up, I was a fan of She-Ra, the original 80s show. So I was familiar with She-Ra, Hordak, well, He-Man by association, but, I recently watched the Netflix, like the Revelation and Revolution, which I actually enjoyed both. And then, you know, went down the rabbit hole, and here we are, figuring out that Mattel had a Origins line, right? The Masters of the Universe Origins, and re-releasing all of the classic figures with modern articulation. And yeah, it suckered me in, and here I am, many purchases later. We got a great video for you guys, so stay tuned. Got some awesome stuff from all over the line, and yeah, of course, you know, let me know what I should add to my collection. And I have stuff coming still, some that I pre-ordered, you know, that aren't out yet, or I hope to get. And yeah, many more figures to look forward to. But for the meantime, without further ado, let's check it all out. All right, everyone, we're gonna get started here. We'll start with the bag and just go through everything quicker. So here we have Squeeze, the Snake Man. Picked him up from Walmart. Here you can see the artwork or the style of like what these figures look like. He is a classic figure, part of the Snake Man faction. And of course his gimmick is he has these long arms, and again, looks really cool. And I got him for very cheap, which I do have a receipt to show you. But then a Walmart exclusive here, which I got on clearance, Mossman. Of course, as you see, collector's edition. He apparently smells like pine. Oh, and I should have pointed out too that a lot of these figures, well, of course this one being collectors or more like a deluxe edition, brings more like hands, feet. They all bring weapons usually. Some bring armor, some don't. But then if you see in the back, that's a little mini comic book, just like the original 80s figures. And again, they usually have some really awesome artwork. But again, Mossman, great. Great pickup, cool figure, and you know, definitely a good one to have. And as I was saying about these figures and whatnot, of course Walmart, and here you can see $15, which was Mossman, and then MOTU just figure Squeeze, $10 right there. So pretty good deal, because Mossman I believe retailed for about 30, or you know, like around there. Got them for essentially, because there was two prices on there on the SKU. It was $25.50, so I'm guessing like the first discount, and then the $15. And we took a picture just to, you know, go up and be like, hey, you guys marked it even lower, but it rang out for the lower price, so all good. Let's see, what can we do next? Probably this one. Okay, yeah, we'll go with these. So, an adjacent line. It is part of Origins in the same style as them. But it's a collab with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's called the Turtles of Grayskull, which takes characters from like the Ninja Turtles universe and essentially brings them over to the Masters of the Universe. And here, for an example, as I could show, you see Turtles of Grayskull, you have Skeletor, you have Shredder, we have He-Man here, who was mutated by the ooze, and again, you have both logos, and see it's like a bluish He-Man, and as you can see, the little story right there, what happens when the most powerful man in the universe is doused with mutagenic ooze from another dimension. Nothing good. With He-Man now a mindless pawn in Skeletor's hand. Will this be the end of Eternia? And here you can see you got Leonardo, Donatello, man-at-arms with like a turtle shield. But it's a cool mix-up. And again, as you can see, like with Squeeze, it's in that same style where you have Masters and then Turtles of Grayskull. But there are deluxe figures in this line. And one of them here is the Mouse Jaw, which again, this is a Target exclusive as opposed to the Mossman. It was on clearance, but it was actually 50% off, so it was actually $12.49. And what I love about the Target exclusive in the Turtles line, as opposed to Walmart, it's a Build-A-Figure. So 4 of these deluxe releases, you can build Metal Bottle, which is a mix of Metalhead and Roboto, right? But again, and it tells you what pieces this release brings. And of course, Mouse Jaw is a mix of the Mouser's enemies and Trap Jaw or Lockjaw. So yeah, pretty awesome release. And again, he was on clearance, which, well, the sticker's there, but I am pretty sure I can also vouch, which He-Man was more, let me see. Yeah, He-Man was regular price. I paid more for the regular figure. And then, as you can see, MOTU $12.49. As I said, this was 17, but it was actually 50, so it's 12. And yeah, I paid more for the regular figure than I did for the deluxe, which is pretty funny. Moving on, similarly in that line, the second Target exclusive of the Turtles of Grayskull. This is Slacker, which of course is Faker, and from MOTU mixed with the Slash character from Turtles. Well, here it's really, they mutates Faker, right? The fake He-Man, the robot from Skeletor. And he becomes Slacker. And again, this is 2 of 4 of the Metal Bottle figure. And this one brings the legs and the head. And yeah, again, these deluxe figures especially, like, I don't know, they're packaging everything, like, just awesome. Like, seriously, I definitely recommend the Turtles of Grayskull little spin-off line. And we already know the other 2 parts, because they're all the deluxe figures that bring parts, right? Not the standard ones that come in the single. The third one is going to be Splinter Skull, which is a mix of Master Splinter and King Grayskull. And the final one will be, I believe it's called Two Bop Steady or Too Bad. It's essentially Bebop and Rocksteady from Turtles, but they're one figure with 2 heads, which from Masters is a figure called Too Bad. So it's combining the 2 enemies into one, and that'll be the final deluxe, which again, with all 4 of these together, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you will build the 5th figure, Metal Bottle. So definitely going to keep an eye out. It is important to point out that, again, there's Target exclusives and Walmart, which no one's a fan of, but I am just grateful that when it comes to the Target ones that have the Build-A-Figure, Target is much better at stocking them than Walmart. All the Walmarts near me really don't have any, and yeah, it's a shame because it's frustrating. So I'm glad they went with Target for the exclusive figures. But moving on back to regular Masters, we have She-Ra, the Princess of Power. Again, He-Man's twin sister. Of course, she had her own show. There we have Hordak. And yeah, pretty awesome. Again, just like the original figure where they were targeting like girls as well. Even though, again, I was nostalgic for this show, more so than the original He-Man show. But adding Princess Adora, pretty great. And I got a heavy hitter here. So she was Target regular price. Now this one, I had it in the bag with her. I didn't buy from Target. I actually went to a retro figure store, but this place was like over an hour away from me because they had such a huge selection of MOTU. But I picked it up left in hand, which I paid about a little on the cheaper side, but what he goes for. That is Scareglow. who of course is like the master of Subternia, essentially the ruler of hell. And he's a glow-in-the-dark figure. Pretty awesome. There you have him. Which I think I may be able to show you guys, because the glow on these, on the Masters line is pretty outstanding. Like, it's pretty great how receptive they are. Sorry, I'm trying to hold them up to the light, maybe show you guys a bit. Oh, like, sorry. There, oh, yeah, look at that. You can see that. You can see the green, like, on his head. Believe me, in the... Yeah, if you get them, like, really bright, like, these figures glow. So I can see why he's such a sought-after figure. Really awesome. Again, had to pick him up. Just great figure. I mean, glow-in-the-dark skeleton man. Awesome. So, happy to have Scareglow in the collection. And we're about to start making some room. But I had to get a vehicle, too, which, again, this was such a steal. We have Strider, the horse. Strider right there. I picked him up at Ross, as you can see, for $5.99. What a, like, insane steal. That is one thing I could say. Check your local, if you live in the U.S., like Ross and stuff. Because Masters figures tend to, like, go on there when, you know, they don't sell. And again, I got this whole mount, this giant, like we gotta put in perspective, like this big ass box compared to, right, the guy. You got this giant box. I paid, this guy was cheaper than like all the other figures. So yeah, Strider, pretty awesome. Again, great artwork. Like, yeah, just a mount, of course. The Masters line, again, was really popular for all the mounts and everything, and like just all the sci-fi and tech. Sci-fi and like fantasy mixing of elements. I just really, but still, Strider, awesome figure to get. But now we could get into some box opening, but let me move these guys. But I told you guys, I wasn't joking when I said I got some good stuff for y'all. I do. Okay. So with the boxes, we're gonna go by retailers here, just to make it easier. So we got a Walmart box here, a pickup from Walmart, and let me see. I think I remember. Yes. Oh, so apparently found out that this was not a popular figure in the original line, but I found it really cool. And this is a deluxe figure of Skeletor, of course being Terror Claw Skeletor, and it's just so you can see the card back, as opposed to this is like what a regular figure comes in. The deluxe come in this bigger square, right? For comparison, of course they bring way more accessories. And then, of course, we had, like, Mossman here, who is, like, I guess considered a collector's, or a higher version of a deluxe, right? Which it brings, like, different packaging. But besides the point. Of course, here we have Terror Claw Skeletor, which brings his, like, I love how people reference it as, like, a pickup draw. Of course, the Terror Claws, his Havoc Staff, another hand, another head sculpt, him laughing. Some like dragon shooter thing, which you can attach. And then here, yeah, it's like Skeletor text with his deadly Terror Claws in his quest to rule the entire universe. That's too bad. That's what I was referencing earlier about Bebop and Rocksteady are essentially mixed with this character where both heads are, yeah, like they're fused to one. There you have Spikor. I definitely want to pick him up. Yeah, shows you how of course, how the thing works. But again, that's just one thing I love about this, like the retro packaging and everything. Like, it really just sells the, like the nostalgia. This is definitely for like people that be like my dad's age, for sure, right? Or it's like the nostalgia of everything. And of course, for those that care, this one still has the, like, it's unbroken, right? Because people, you'd be surprised at how people are so picky about that. Now we got an interesting one here. If you're a toy collector, you're very familiar with BBTS, otherwise known as Big Bad Toy Store, which they also have some amazing exclusive, which this place and then Entertainment Earth, another like toy collector website, they are referred to as fan channel exclusives, so like, you know, online exclusives, and they usually get the best ones because we have like an upcoming Snake Man Reptilax, which I've pre-ordered through them, and what I love is when you pre-order, you don't get charged until the figure releases. So Reptilax is scheduled to release in July, so I won't be charged till then. Necroconda, which is an amazing figure, which I put a picture of here. He was originally going to be a Walmart exclusive, which everyone was dreading. But then, out of nowhere, they, like, you know, shadow dropped his pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. I guess them changing their mind, making him a fan channel exclusive. And with that, I pre-ordered like 3 of them because he brings like a tail, so you could have, because he's meant to be like an army builder, like an undead Snake Man, and you could have like one with legs, one with the tail, and then the third one, honestly, just to keep in the box for me. Such a great figure. But here, because it was cheaper here than anywhere else, really. Cobra Khan, another Snake Man. Classic, the only one who ever appeared in the original show. And of course you have like Rattler, Snake Armor, He-Man, Boltman. But yeah, Snake Man, again, the only original one. But he was associated with Skeletor. And again, if you're interested, it's bigbadtoystore.com or literally BBTS. And yeah, they're like the biggest toy website. And I also have 2 Funko Pops, which again, I was such a fan of Terror Claws that I was like, oh, I had to get the Funko. And then there's like a metallic version, dirt cheap. I think this guy was listed at like $6. Yeah, just a Funko. But again, this is a Masters unboxing. Of course, I bought them together. But here we have Cobra Khan and a Terror Claws Funko. Now we move on to Amazon, which Amazon definitely came in clutch, I will say. We'll do them one by one. With the releases. So we definitely can have some good stuff here. And let me see. Part of the fun is remembering what these are. Or like remembering which one is which. Even though the final figure I separated him. And here we have, just like Turtles of Grayskull is a little spin-off line. This is considered another spin-off within Origins, the cartoon collection. Of course, this is basic Skeletor, which I could compare him to this one, of course, but this one doesn't have his classic cape. As you can see, that's more the cartoon subdivision, whatever, is like closer to, well, the cartoon, obviously. And yeah, I like Skeletor again. It's pretty awesome. This one brings a lot of accessories. Like he brings a different mask of power, and of course more in the cartoon, like He-Man. Well, of course we have Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, Beastman. This is like the newest subdivision, I believe, that's starting. And again, if you care, ooh, unpegged. Yeah, just a cool little figure, you know, nothing crazy. Okay, sorry, because I guess with Amazon, there were some really good ones that I was like, let's save those for later. You guys know how I like to do it, kind of ramp it up in what I find interesting. I mean, admittedly, Scarecrow would be a lot later. So first here, you know, we're like, we have to have the man himself in the line. Here we have, well, the little sticker blocks it, but it should be Flying Fist He-Man. Yeah, Flying Fist He-Man. I just liked it because of the metallic, and he was cheap. Again, Amazon, a lot of these places, guys, have him for really cheap. Like, he's a deluxe, and I think he was only like $11. And of course, you know, they bring like different head sculpts. Like, here's his power sword, the shield, and then his weird like ball spinning weapon. And of course, it tells you all about it. Like, you can hold it. That other figures in the line. But yeah, put him up against like Terraclaw, Skeletor there. Have like the battle of the special editions. Pretty cool. Now another fan favorite one that I think everyone will appreciate. And I'm honestly shocked I got them at a good price, because some of these, so this line started in like during the pandemic, so 2020. Some of these are older and like, you know, they go for more now. That of course is Leech from the Evil Horde. Of course there's Skeletor, but then there's Hordak, which, stay tuned. And Leech is one of Hordak's minions. As you can see, he's got these weird suckers. Got, you know, different hands. You want him to hold his crossbow, different head, which, yeah, Leech is just an awesome figure here. And there you can see him attacking Tongue Masher, a Snake Man. You know, just others. See, you have like Mantenna too, is like an awesome figure. Yeah, like Skeletor, Pighead, a vehicle. They really went all out with this line, and it explains like his suction cups work, right? And he's known, yeah, Leech's energy draining suction brings even Eternia's mightiest to their knees. So another awesome one to have in the roster. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Told you guys it'd be a good video. Moving along here. Oh, okay. Yeah, got a great one here for you guys. As I said, stay tuned for Hordak. And speak of the devil himself, we got Buzzsaw Hordak, the leader of the Horde. He was a mentor to Skeletor. And yeah, this is just a variant that shoots out like these little things. Which I always liked this gray and black colorway, because in the original She-Ra show that he was introduced in, he appears as like blue. Like blue and like kind of black. But I don't know. The gray and black, I've always preferred that look. Here they have him against our Flying Fist He-Man. Again, he shoots his buzzsaws, and again, there's many variants. Got the Castle Grayskull, of course, shows you how to load it up and everything. But Hordak, awesome figure. And then another great deluxe here that when I saw, I was like, oh man, like I have to get this one. From the Snake Man, we have Snake Face. And again, just an awesome, like I love the shield, the staff, his head too. And yeah, just pretty awesome figure. Again, switch out the head. Have him, he has like a, kind of like Medusa, right? That he can freeze, turn to stone. Enemies that he looks at. Of course, you have like Squeezer, there's King Hiss, who's the leader of the Snake Men. And then, of course, you can see some more Snake Trooper, Snake Tila, Dragon Blaster, Snake Face, you know. Yeah. But Snake Face, just a really awesome figure. I was like, oh, I had to get. I love the detail and everything. Love the way he looks, and happy to have him in the collection. Let's open this one here. Again, I'm going to start moving some of these. Right. Make space so we could actually get a good look at everything. Okay. My apologies. Speak of the Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Right there. Again, another variant yet of Skeletor. If you could tell, I like him. But this one's pretty cool. It brings a chain, which we could show you right in the back here. It's like you can snap the dragon backpack, put the chain through. You can literally fill it with water, and it actually will shoot out water. Of course, the chains, again, we have some of the recurring, right, like Snake Face. Yeah, but pretty awesome figure. Again, awesome variant. Definitely one of the favorites. So glad I was able to pick him up relatively cheap. You know, pretty good price, unpegged. Not that that really matters because I like to open my figures, display them. For most of these, really, I'm like, I don't see the appeal of keeping the cardboard. I mean, keep the mini comics, of course, but you'll see there are certain very few figures that I would say you would, which we'll get to. And our final Amazon. Oh, okay, I remember now. We got a 2-for-1. Yep. And they've really been focusing on Snake Men the last couple years, so here. And I got them kind of cheap, especially, again, this is why I was like, the packaging, I knew it was coming kind of beat up like this. And there's like Snake Armor He-Man, which this, I believe, is taken from the 2002 show, often known as 2000X. That's like this look, or like he wears this armor in that show. So just another He-Man. Again, this package is messed up. So thankfully the comics appears to be okay. So get him out. He does come with his weapons, or like a pincer. Yeah, they're back there. It's hard to see, but it's like a pincer and his sword. But then the other variant we had to get, keeping in line, of course, Skeletor. Snake Armor Skeletor, which looks awesome. Just a great figure. And he should bring his shield and like a, oh yeah, there's a sword, shield, yep. There. Tongue Lasher's another good one I need to keep an eye out for. But yeah, the Snake Man, of course, had to get the pair of He-Man and Skeletor, which I think they look pretty awesome, things considered. Especially Skeletor, that armor just looks sick. And that wraps up our Amazon. And our final few here is eBay, which 3 here. But we'll get to the point. I did mention, yeah, this one. That I had like 2 Funkos, and this is one, but again, related to Masters, so, and I got it for dirt cheap, which pretty crazy. But here we have, this was a Target Con 2021 exclusive, Skeletor on his throne there. The insane thing is, this was on bid on eBay, and I literally, no one had bid, so it was at 99 cents, and I sniped it. I was the only bidder and won. Shipping was like $6, I think, but all in all, with tax for everything, I literally paid $8 for this. But my winning bid was literally the initial one. No one bid 99 cents. Shout out to the seller for honoring the sale, you know, for not canceling it. But yeah, those are the 2 Funkos. Just cool little things. But as we get to our final 2 figures, of course, I had a lot of deluxe figures, different variants like the Turtles of Grayskull, or even the cartoon collection. And this is another, just a regular release, but it's kind of a sought after one, or at least because for a regular figure, he really is pretty special. Saw him earlier, Mantenna, part of the Evil Horde. Because again, he has 4 legs, so he's like a 6-limbed creature. And he has a cool little thing with his eyes where you could literally squeeze, or sorry, press down, his eyes pop out. And of course, he comes with a crossbow. But again, for an earlier release, he's definitely one that people were like super, like, were surprised he came out as a regular, like not a deluxe. Because again, the, you know, the amount of plastic, you could argue, with this figure is better than most, and definitely a good one to have, one of the cooler ones in the line. And if you could find them for a reasonable price, which I did, I think it was like 20 something, You know, definitely pick it up, but some people will kind of tax on it. He's a cooler figure. And that brings us to our final figure of the day. And what I think, some of you might not agree. I just think more so for what it is, it's special. But here, so I talked about how this line has had many exclusives. Well, there's one final type. Well, okay, no, scratch that. There are Comic-Con and those exclusives, but they go for a lot of money. And obviously, I'm not going to have one of them. But there's one type of exclusive that you buy straight from Mattel, known as Mattel Creations. It is like special edition figures that you buy straight from them. And this one was Skeletor, but as you can see, comes in its own unique box here. Mine is brand new, which we are gonna open. But this is what I was saying when, as the others are like, like, do I really need to keep them all hard backed and all that? This one, I'm like, oh, well, you gotta keep this box, because most of the Mattel Creations have that unique artwork. Some of them don't. And yeah, okay, one figure, some accessories, but as you can see, brand new. We're gonna open it here for you guys. As I said, it's Skeletor. Now, it's essentially, truthfully, a recolor of the He-Man. And of course, you can see it comes in the classic style. It's a recolor of He-Man, right, in Skeletor colors. But story-wise, it is Keldor, Skeletor is Keldor, who is He-Man's, like, uncle, the rightful heir to the throne. Because, yeah, he's the brother, half-brother of King Randor, who is He-Man's father. So this is a what if, like, Keldor, right, got the power. And essentially, again, in reality, it's just a recolor of He-Man in Skeletor colors. Still pretty cool. Again, it brings a lot. It brings a shield there, the power sword, and then like an axe. Which I think, does it show? Well, okay. But yeah, still a unique figure. Of course, it has its own comic there. But just pretty cool. Again, Mattel Creations, which I am on the lookout later this month. They are coming out with Extendar, which I can show a picture, who hasn't been released in the Origins line, like re-release, right? He was in the original. And he's going to be a Mattel Creation, so hopefully he comes with cool artwork like this. Some of them don't. Some of them come in a generic box with, like, you know, barcodes and, like, nothing special. But most come in that cool little unique box. So, yeah, guys, we got through them all. But without further ado, let's get to the end recap. But yeah, guys, I know it's a lot. Of course, can't really display them up for you all, but here we have it in total. And it's funny, I counted, it's actually 20 figures. Of course, the Funkos do. The thumbnail doesn't lie, though. Over 20, including them. But 20 figures in total, right? Or, you know, these packages. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Just, I really love the line, and definitely I'm going to be adding more to the collection. Yeah, again, I mentioned Extendar, who's a Mattel Creations here. Definitely hope to pick him up. He comes out May 22nd, which that is like on their website. And think of it like if you're familiar with like Supreme, the streetwear brand, where it's like you have to refresh the page and buy it and hope maybe you can get more than one. I think max you're allowed is 3. So I hope to pick up maybe 2, have one in the box and then one to open display. Yeah, I mentioned Necroconda, of course. Thankfully he became a fan channel exclusive, not Walmart, because Walmart's horrible at stocking or restocking these. And, you know, for the Turtles, I'm glad that Target got the Build-A-Figure, because they've been much easier to find and collect, which store exclusives are annoying. The fan channels I don't mind, because they're readily available, very easy to get. I believe fan channel includes Amazon too. I could be wrong. And yeah, just looking forward to what we see with the line. Of course, go back and pick up a lot of older ones, as a lot of these are. man, just be on the lookout for Ross and things. You can find great deals. And, you know, yeah, just check it out. See if there's any that you like. And I really enjoy this line and definitely see myself adding more to it. But yeah, guys, that's the video. If you stayed through this long, I appreciate you. Thank you. But I wasn't joking when I said the ultimate Masters of the Universe haul here. Got, again, 20 figures, which the whole line, I believe, is like 100 something. So out of 100, I have a whole fifth, but the whole line, I think it's a little more now. It's probably closer to 150 or something. But I'm getting there. Now, some of them, again, were like Comic-Con, like super exclusive. Like a really cool one I always liked was the Snake Armor He-Man. He came in a 4-pack that was like 2 Snake Man regular ones, like a green one, a red one, and then a blue, like a higher snake, but he had like a cobra neck. But that 4-pack goes easily now for like 150, and I'm like, I'm not spending that much on that. Or Faker, which, oh, that's another one that was coming that didn't arrive in time for this video, which is just a recolored He-Man. And of course the Slacker, right, the turtle is based off of. So the regular Faker in the Origins, there was, again, like a Comic-Con or PowerCon exclusive that it was a Faker, but it had a little more detail in the eyes, had like different weapons. He came with a Battle Cat, which if you know He-Man, he has his trusty steed or tiger, the Battle Cat. Well, Faker had his own, what they call Duplicate, right? Duplicate, it's cute. But that 2-pack goes for like 400. Like, there's some that, yeah, definitely it's crazy, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm not getting, you know, I like the line, but not that much. Yeah, there's a lot, and I look forward to the future, what they do, what they add, you know, where they can go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. And as always, everyone, I've been your host, Oxy. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
By the power of Grayskull!